Let's run. Corliss Marshall coming out. Stopped well short of the 20. Comes to the strong side, picks his daylight beautifully before McKenzie, who's also going to be seen at. First throw by Allen, slant deflected, incomplete, and almost intercepted at the 25. It was deflected by Jones. Four-man rush, offensive line does a job. Can he get the first down? Tumbles for that. It'll depend on the spot. It looks like he's a little short. Bray signals fair catch at the 25-yard line. And Artis Payne gets the first call, and Razorbacks were ready. They own. Johnson on the roll, complete, and the receiver was down at the 29-yard line. This is what the young man does best. Rifles it in for a first down at the 43-yard line. Sammy Coates, leading receiver of a year ago. Now running that hurry up. Then the handoff to Artis Payne and a little daylight. And this is where they like to get things going. They come right back to the line of scrimmage. First down and then some. Cameron Artis Payne.
Holding. Offense. Number 18. 10-yard penalty. Beat it down.
His leverage in that block.
Second and 13, and Johnson keeping it, swinging over, using Ricardo Lewis that time. In underneath, daylight, and a first down with Artis Payne. Jeremy's converted a couple of third, picks up the tempo and throwing for a loss back at the 50-yard line. That would. They do. Wide open. Breaking free for the end zone. Here's Melvin Ray in a foot race. He scores. To a young man from Tallahassee, Florida. Going to be busy. He will handle extra points, field goals, kicking off, and if they ever punt, he'll do that too. His second kickoff, and it's a beauty. Out of the end zone. A little bit different in it sometimes, okay? Defensive assistant down there with the Buccaneers. Now it's Marshall's turn. Brandon Allen. Hands it off again to Marshall. Great daylight that time. That offensive line of the Razorbacks opened up a huge hole.
They're the guys he coached up at Wisconsin.
Mincy checks in defensively. They come with a blitz, and on a cutback is Collins, his first run. And last year's freshman of the year in the conference bolts against that defense, and now the Auburn defense reeling. Huge hole. Gaping holes, gashed him all the way to the 12-yard line. My goodness, it looked like they didn't even have 11 defenders on the field.
They're getting
on this muggy day continues. Cut back to the middle, and that time Auburn was ready.
He's eligible. You are going to see him in this game. Lots of starts last year.
Put me in, coach. Allen, end zone, touchdown, Hunter Henry. One of the best tight ends in the U.S. Ball game, folks. Ball game. Did you see that offensive line? Texas. Williams, Collins, along with the man who's there, Corliss Marshall. He gets the first run to daylight. He's out to the 30, and is the time remaining. Remember, the clock not operating here in the building. Allen goes for his home run. No, it was dropped. Dropped at the 30-yard line. Hatcher might have scored on that.
Oh, we talked about
Williams, the running back. Allen looking for him, keeps it, takes off, and this is going to be a penalty flag. Penalty flag comes flying at the end of
Face mask.
face mask. Yeah.
Defense, number 98. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
That was on the draw play, and bursting is Jonathan Williams. Like that one we saw the other night with Texas A&M. Pounding away. And that time it was the defense, Gabe Wright. Pump fake, then fire back in underneath. Pick up 3-4 yards to Cody Hollister out of mid. They show pressure. Trying to get to Allen. Steps off to the right. Offensive line does a fabulous job, but he can't find an open target. When Hill is back. Going to try to drop it inside that 10 if he can and back it up. And a beautiful play by the special team here.
Offense have to play right out of the gate. I don't care how many months you have to prepare for it.
Artis Payne. Yeah, he runs to the 9-yard line on first down.
This is rolling.
They run for a first down. Number 44 stepping in there for Trey Mason. Artis Payne up next to him. Jeremy Johnson down the middle. 7 of 7. Williams down around the 21-yard line. The Duke. Johnson has been brilliant here. Stepping in, and on a cutback by Artis Payne, he bangs his way to the 15-yard line. Motion Fultz through, the H-back look. Draw play with Artis Payne on a cutback. Daylight, touchdown Auburn. Penalty flag.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 51 on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Right. And they bring Corey Grant in motion with that speed look, and they try to run him behind him, trying to get the edge, and he could not. That's a very, very good defensive play by Rohan Gaines. Fires on a quick slant. That's Williams. Touchdown. Great effort after the catch, Jesse. He's the real deal, folks.
That's an easy score.
Carlson tacks on his third extra point. Now that one will come out, and that gives us a chance to get right back here to Jeff. Now for the Razorbacks. Play action. Allen snaps it off, and a reception and a first down at the 36-yard line.
Well, you're watching more football analyzing more than any other poll in the history of college football.
Collins is stopped, and this will be second down and long. Yeah, the
leave those biases at the door. And, you know, I've said before, even if something creeps in.
Great catch over there on that
Great
play.
Catch by my guy over there.
Yes.
But even if great to have you on our network,
Love
Jesse,
being
and
here.
too. Thank you.
Here comes a first down and 10 now. After that slick catch. That one was, I think, tipped, wasn't it, a little bit, Jesse?
Holding. Defense, number 3 on an eligible receiver doing a legal forward pass play. 10-yard penalty from the previous.
This is Williams, and he is stacked up. And Condoleezza Rice will break all the ties. Dump it off. And 4, and there's no easy answers. Play action. End zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. A.J. Derby, the former quarterback, and Brett was raving about him to us.
No doubt about it.
We wondered a little bit about the young man after his pickup truck was destroyed in a fire. Right? but can the Razorback defense stop them? Here's Lewis, Ricardo Lewis. And he's out to the 27-yard line.
Into Arkansas, and here he is.
Can't take. Oh, his first incompletion. And Lewis. Second down and 10. Auburn has scored on all 3 of its possessions. And here they come again with Artis Payne. Gaines finally able to wrestle.
Yeah, 12 pounds to get a little bit quicker. He looks like it.
10:25 remaining in the first half, and outstanding defensive play by Brooks Ellis, a sophomore from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Handling all the kicking duties today. Dean is driven back. Oh my, they have found a kicker, folks. He's stopped inside the 10-yard line. Nice little fake. You get that daylight opened up for Corliss Marshall. Pounding. Fumble, that's why you see that action. Collins, who has a burst. It's a first down. Steps outside, cuts back beautifully. And another first down. What a good-looking running back he is.
Yeah, what I love about this.
Collins breaks the daylight. They can't stop him.
No, and getting back to that offensive line, Brent, you can't
Pound in a tying touchdown before the intermission. Williams crosses midfield on that first down run with a sleeper in the West. Second down and 7. Allen, deep drop. Another completion, but short of the first down. Tigers show bump man-to-man. Allen. And that receiver was Wilson.
nothing on that replay.
Now wide open. Brandon Allen to A.J. Derby. Toss play to him. Beautiful hole opened up by the offensive line, and he picks up a first down at the 5, forcing Whitehead again. Run the toss play the other way. Touchdown. Walking in is Jonathan Williams from Allen, Texas. They've got the edge on both sides, Jesse.
Like a warm knife.
A 93-yard touchdown drive. Tennessee League, he's got 2 touchdowns.
Hey. Somebody's smart out there.
He didn't. Back up Jeremy Johnson. Going to finish out the first half. Here comes Grant. They tried to get the speedster loose.
Yeah, and we talked.
Second down and 8. Another completion to Williams. Williams reaching for the first down. Collins makes the stop. Brings Lewis through in motion. Hands off inside. Then the Razorbacks jump at Trey Flowers, they come up on 4th and short. Tried to draw him off, and there's the flag.
Wow.
Hard count, Jeremy Johnson.
False start. Offense.
Oh, my
number
goodness.
56. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 4th down.
3-point stance. And I wasn't really sure where that flinch came from.
And they rushed that punt that time. They got close. Dean picks it up, and the Razorbacks will have it at the 24-yard line. Collins behind Arin, steps outside and could not shake Garrett. Good tackle. Williams the tailback. Play action to him. Allen pump fake, comes in underneath, slips through the hands of Derby. Nothing doing. Bray will try to get a return here for the Tigers. From the 26. to the 40-yard line.
Defense off guard.
Slips it to Williams. Clock will stop momentarily, and Auburn will hurry. Here in the opening half. Johnson on fire, comes back to Williams. Fumble, but it goes out of bounds. It will be 2nd and 2 for Johnson. Offensive line gives him time, fires middle, incomplete. Just a little bit high, gain. Draw play for the first down. Johnson, incomplete, stops the clock. On 2nd and 10, Johnson goes in zone, and it's out of bounds. Coates was in trouble. He does work the middle of the field, breaks a tackle again, but he is down at the 25, and that's the 4th down. And point. Tied at the intermission. Line drive kickoff, and Grant takes it on the big hop at the goal line, looking for a crease. Got a fine block and breaks the daylight. But there are penalty flags galore. It was too fine a block.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 5 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Take a look at Ricardo.
Know the story about his football progress as a passer, and here is Payne taking the first handoff. Up to around the favored by 3 touchdowns in a dogfight with Arkansas. And slant for the first down. Williams still running. Gave up the first down. Now trying to get it back. And he won't. Might work in a JC game, but here we see a new formation. Play action looking to go down the middle. Couldn't find a receiver. So he drops it off to Grant, the speedster. And Grant very close to that first down. Yes, the linesman says he got it. And here's the handoff to Artis Payne. And he had called it a first down. You saw a clear picture of that. Marshall keeps it to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and manageable. Carr from under center. Going to throw on 3rd down. Looking to go long. Got a man open, and a great catch at the 32-yard line. Melvin Ray again.
If you're an Auburn fan, you'll remember Melvin Ray had a... How about the former minor league baseball player making a stab?
28 yards. Now the handoff. Across the 20-yard line is Artis Payne. And did you note that
players look injured? They are going to stop the game.
Beautiful handoff, but the Razorbacks were not fooled on that play. Marshall keeps it all the way. Breaks for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Carlson tacks on his 4th extra point of the game. He'll take a knee. Marshall, Razorback offensive line is ready. Good play action by Allen that time, but a better defensive play for Auburn. That's one of their better defensive plays. Straight back, underneath, slips a tackle. That's that fullback, Arins, the running back. And it slipped through Wilson's hands. Did circle the right.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
This is Bray from the 31. Breaks to the 45. Outstanding return to midfield. It's over to the sideline, brings a receiver in motion, and they start off with Artis Payne on slant. There just seems to be...
On the field, it's a fumble recovered by Arkansas.
Wow.
First down.
All right.
Wow, what a late call. Take a look.
All right, the ruling on the field is down. You need conclusive video evidence to overturn this. Yeah, ball comes out.
He showed some burst in that first half. Behind the right side of that offensive line and picking up a couple of yards. Give it back to a man he faked the ball to, and he maintains his balance. That's Hatcher. And Hatcher does an outstanding job. There's that good-looking running back again. Play action, pressure, under duress. Allen gets it off. This will bring up a third down. Derby. Collins. Penalty flag. 34-yard line. He dropped one down inside. And he does it again. Touched around the 10-yard line. Cat formation. Well, that is Bray. And he will hand it off on the direct snap. And he gives it to Grant. Grant trying to get an edge. So the Wildcat breaks big.
And this looks a lot like last year's running game. I know earlier.
Left. In a slot look. Fires. Williams got it at the 45-yard line. First down. Oh, now. Run to the 50. Stopped by Spake. A couple of tight ends. Marshall keeps it. And he's thrown down at the 45. Great play by Winston.
This is not where Auburn was making a living last season.
If he's improved as a passer, let's take a look. Middle. Incomplete. Carlson. A little bit off the side of the foot. They're going to stay away from this one. It'll roll. First down now, the toss play. Toss sweep with Marshall. Second down for Brandon. Intercepted on the deflection. Picked off by Whitehead. Whitehead with an open field. Touchdown Auburn. But a penalty flag. Hold on. Penalty flag. And now it's difficult for the Razorbacks. Now they trail by 2. Great kickoff. He didn't even need the rear air of Colorado. Razorbacks. Yeah, they have turned this game completely around. Coach. On second and long, Allen fires. And that was a fine play for a first down. He reached the marker.
Really been lights out tonight. He's responded.
Williams, the running back, on this first down. Out as a receiver. Got it at the 35. Fumble. Ball loose. Scrum. Over eligibility. Run to draw play. And this will be third down coming up. That
Quarterback.
In trouble. Forced to punt. Beat that one. Here's Bray making the fair catch, and that remember now who's the most celebrated, and it's not that guy, by the way. All right. Here's Artis Payne for a first down. It's the most celebrated Newton. Here we go. Hand it off, and Payne breaks free. Busts a tackle. Crosses midfield.
Starting to get a little bit more push up front.
28-yard gain. Marshall keeps it. Dances. Turns a loss into a gain.
How many times did you do that last year, Brent?
Here he comes again. Looks like he got the first down. I think the crowd wanted a horse collar.
Yeah, they did.
pick it up easily, and they're down to the 35-yard line. Arden, you got a good sense of history, though, young man. All right, here we go. Marshall fires in zone. Incomplete. Sammy Coates. I have a shirt.
Oh,
here.
really?
Okay, yeah. In honor, if you answered it correctly.
Really?
Yeah, first down on that play, incidentally.
Tell you what.
Much is played out, first down and 10. Marshall going to get thrown down for a loss.
Tell you what.
Motion and Grant, the ball carrier. Marshall sacked at the 29-yard line. That Daniel Carlson missed one at the end of the first half. That was a 41-yarder. This one's good. That rain delay was an hour and 28 minutes. The crowd before the rain, 87,451. That's a capacity here in Auburn. And many have hung on, including a lot of visitors from Arkansas. Fielded by Marshall for a moment, and now it'll come out with a touchback.
Game.
Smothers back over the ball on 1st and 15. Swings it out to Marshall. Marshall with a good run down the...
So far in the second half.
Deflected, incomplete. And that was deflected by Ladarius Owens. Now
Doing well on the field.
3rd and short, and right straight ahead is Allen for Arkansas to pick up that first down. Allen on first down. On the move, dropped, incomplete, and Henry could not hang on. Brandon Allen for the Razorbacks, straight back. Dumps it off over the middle. No first down. Stopped at the 40-yard line.
Demetrius Wilson, bottom of the screen.
And the Razorbacks get it. No. Sacked back at the 30, and that was McKenzie. Casanova McKenzie, and he's the spot up to that rush in, and he was devastating. Bray is back for this punt. Took a couple of Arkansas bounces inside the 15-yard line. Arkansas, and moved here to the FBS, and he thinks that football is headed in the direction you're watching. Wide open, up-tempo, and what a terrific run that is by Cameron Artis-Payne. Statement today. And this is Marshall. He's going to be wrestled down by Ellis. Stop him. You know, there's a couple of and Jimmy, the best of luck with their basketball teams this year. 2 class guys. Twisting and turning, Artis-Payne muscles to the 40. 2 conference games this week. Already Texas A&M, a winner over South Carolina, and now Auburn trying to beat Arkansas.
They played or won a conference title. It's amazing.
Artis-Payne is stopped at the line of scrimmage that time. On the delay, picks up the first down.
The Brent schedule is ridiculous.
Handoff on that read option. The defender looked at the quarterback, and that's all Marshall needed. Dive for the end zone. Out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be marked at around the 3. Let's try to get him a touchdown. Muscling. Got it.
Wow. Well, kudos to Gus Malzahn for keeping his team's head in the game.
Carlson. Now Carlson. This will be another touchback, and let us go quickly to our friend McElroy likes him too.
Of course, I like Hudson Mason of Georgia too.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Anyway, firing, incomplete. They were gashing Auburn in that first half. Swing it out now, and that is Collins.
I think they're a very hungry team. I hope so.
Along the line.
I hope so.
We'll be good to take another peek at him. Here's Allen, and he being chased on the run, and that was out of bounds, incomplete. Play. Allen moves the pocket to the right, throws for it, and it's bobbled and dropped. had the first down, couldn't hang on to the slippery football. Youngster Jonathan Wallace to finish this game up, which leads to the question, what do you think of Nick Marshall's performance?
You know, I thought it was great, Brent. Obviously running the football. Here would be my...
Peyton Barber, number 25, that Auburn likes a lot. Hard for him to break into the rotation. But this youngster right here, you could see how powerful he was. We'll see if he gets another look. Yes, he does. Swing it to the left. Shakes and bakes. Yes, indeed. How about this young'un?
No doubt.
Down to the 11-yard line. You know what he's thinking?